Night here in Geisman Gymnasium for the 2022 men's volleyball season as your Concordia University Chicago Cougars play host to the North Central College Cardinals. My name is Peter Borkowski. I'm joined here by Parker Kelly. And Parker, it's an exciting time as ever for these athletes on the court. Opening day, season opener is always a great time. Lots to be excited for this year for Cougars, as we just heard PA announcer Jim Egan announce Cougars got a new guy at the head right now. Rob Katarzinski, his first season as head coach. 3 years at Aurora as an assistant, 37-24 during that stretch. And I don't know about you, but I'm excited to see what you can bring with this team that a lot of returning players are coming back this year.
Yeah, Peter. I'm excited to see what he brings to the table as well. From talking with a lot of the players, they seem to really like him. And they have a lot they want to show him tonight. I know the players are really excited.
Last season, the Cougars, they finished 3-7. 3-5 in the conference. It's their third season as a program, but they have lots of returning pieces. 8 of 11 roster players from last year are back. Key players like junior Luke Bozanelik, first team All-MAC last year, are back as well. So Coach Katarzinski, got to get a little more experience in saying that as the season goes on. He's got a lot to work with this year. He's got some talented players, and as you mentioned, I, along with a lot of other people, are excited to see what he brings to this table.
And Luke Bozanelik has been really good for the Cougars, along with other players such as Chilo Rodriguez and Eric Berto Perez. They're going to be really big tonight for the Cougars as far as leadership is concerned.
So the Cardinals are going to start things off with a serve from Matt Nellon, senior out of Naperville, playing for his hometown. It's up, nice play there by Livesay, the libero, over. And a good kill right off the bat for Julio Rodriguez. Sliding play to get the Cougars off on the right foot.
What a great start for the senior, Chilo Rodriguez.
Luke Bozanelik, I talked about him recently. He's getting set for the serve. It hits the top of the net. He's able to play it. And a good kill there. That was number 7, Jared Mosier. That's going to be a name you're going to hear a lot tonight. He was third on this North Central squad last year in points per set, 3.6. Excuse me, third in the conference, the CCIW. Definitely a key player as he goes back to serve now after recording the first kill for the Cardinals. serve is over. Hollaback plays it up. And that's going to be another kill for the Cougars. That one was number 7, David Bales. The Cardinal got his hands on it, but the deflection went out of play, results in a Cougar point.
And the Cougars are looking for David Bales to really step up this year. The sophomore out of Oak Forest, Illinois. He's expected to play a big role here tonight.
He goes back to serve. An attempt from number 5, Nathan Jones. That results in a kill. So Parker, both these teams are starting off hot. We got a couple substitutions now for the Cardinals coming in the game. It's number 15 and number 10. 15 is Jeremy Cardenas. Number 10 is Ben Toscota. He'll go back to serve now for North Central. He sets up Rodriguez. Rodriguez is going to hit it out. That'll result in a Cardinals point, excuse me. 3-2 in the early going here in set 1. Toscota, another serve, played by Rosanellic. And a good block up front. Looks like a combination of Jake Miller and Jeremy Cardenas. Results in another Cardinals point. They have their first multi-point lead of the night at 4-2. Dakota. That's going to be a Cougar point. That will be accredited to number 9, Volleyball. It's actually given to Heriberto Perez.
And Peter, that's one of the players that the Cougars are going to rely on heavily tonight. Heriberto Perez, the senior. All eyes will be on him for the Cougars tonight.
And that's another kill for the Cougars as they tie the game up at 4 at apiece. Good block up front by the Cougars. Cardinals able to play it though. That's a floater sent across. Great play by Perez. Diving play saves it. Now the attempt from number 6, Ben Williams, results in a kill for the Cardinals. They retake the lead 5-4. Back to serve now is Jake Miller. So just barely over the net. Perez, he sets up Hollaback, right to Parker Nelson. Nice dig there by Livesay. Perez, another great play by Nelson, keep things alive for his Cardinals. Another attempt, it's no good. And a strong hit, that was number 7, Jordan Moser again.
And we see Livesay just not able to get under the ball right there.
Hit from Moser, the junior out of Wheeling, Illinois. Serve over the net for Zanellic. He plays it. His attempt is no good. That's a strong hit from number 14, Jake Miller. A little too strong though, as it's out of play. Cougars point, they pull back within 1, 6-5. Going back to serve, David Bales for the Cougars. 5 serving 6, excuse me. They were able to keep that attempt alive. That goes for the kill. Nice play there by Jake Miller. And a good block up front. That was Rosanellic and Perez. They knock it back down, and the Cougars are tied here at 6. They also go back to serve again. We have 4 service aces of last year. And we'll get one here. We're able to play it though. Hollaback sends one over. And another block. Perez, who was in it again. He got some help from Hollaback this time. His blockers doing some good work up front as they take the 7-6 lead over North Central.
And Peter, you expect a little first game jitters, and the Cougars have shown none of that tonight.
This is a good North Central squad historically. The Cougars were 0-2 against them. They've never won a set against this squad, in fact. They're looking to change that in this first set right off the bat. Hollaback's attack is thwarted by the Cardinals. Oh, and a little misplay there. That is on Rodriguez's part. Looked like Lipsey was ready to make a play, but instead Rodriguez got some hands on it and threw that ball off course from Lipsey.
Just a little miscommunication by Rodriguez.
Can't let this kill their momentum. Number 6, Ben Williams going back to serve now for the Cardinals. 9 service aces last year, doesn't get one here. An attempt by Tyler Hollabeck results in a point for the Cougars. They retake the lead, 8-7. The top of the net, so it's going to be a service error. The Cougars' first of the year. It'll fall on Alberto Perez. He'll take a seat on the bench as Lipsey comes back in the game. Perez had 3 service errors in the 10 games he played last year. And another strong hit from Tyler Hollabeck. He's doing some good work for this Cougar squad right now. Illinois making his presence known. He goes back to serve now. Good play by Nelson to set up, and a huge hit from Jared Moser. You heard a couple oohs come from the crowd and the benches. That one was certainly worth it.
There's not much the Cougars could have done on that one.
Moser most certainly got all of it on that one. And that serve, it's going to be out of play. That came off the hands of number 9, Matt Nelon. Cougars lead the game 10-9. Luke Vozenellik for the serve. And he trades service errors. Vozenellik, he'll get his first of the season. We're back at 10 apiece. Jared Moser, he goes back to serve again. He's got 3 kills already in this match, a hitting percentage of 1,000. That's not what you wanted to see, though. He hits it right into the net. Service error falls on Moser. Cardinals now have 2 on their side of the court. Cougars also have 2. Make that 3. A little bit of a jinx there. That was off the hands of Colby Campbell. Tied at 11 apiece. See the serve from the Cardinals. Vozenellik, he'll play it. Hollabeck sets up Perez. Can't finish the play though. And off the top of Livesey's hands, that one came from number 6 of the Cardinals, Ben Williams. It'll result in a North Central College point, and they retake the lead now, 12-7. He'll play that one. Hollabeck sets up, and Perez. Talk about a quick release. It's almost the second Hollabeck set that one. Perez, he slammed it down. Cougars tie things back up at 12.
Love the response by Perez right there.
That was perfect timing from Hollabeck. It's almost like as soon as he popped it up, Perez was right there with the downward hit, the downward attack. Results in the Cougars point. Now the Cardinals play this serve. And a strong hit by Ben Williams. Say what you will about this Cardinals team. They're a very, very strong hitting squad. I've seen lots of big hits from them, big attacks.
They're very strong hitters, and the Cougars have just shown that they're not quite able to get under it.
And Perez, he'll get another one for his name. He's doing some good work here for the Cougars. Last year, Perez, he had 16 kills all season. That averaged out to .7 a set. He keeps playing at this rate, he's going to break that number quite easily this year. And Livesey, that one goes off the top of his hands again. The result in a Cardinal point. Take the 14-13 lead. as Williams goes back to serve now. Taking his time is Williams, making sure everything is set. His serve is over. Vales has to play it. Little floater from Vozanelik. It's no good, though. And a strong hit. That was from Jared Moser. That hit Vozanelik in the face. He shook it off like nothing happened. Cougars can't respond, though, as the Cardinals get the kill. Parker, you got to hope Vozanelik, he's got to be okay. He took a strong one right off the side of the head, but he's shaking it off like a champ.
He acted like nothing even happened.
A 6'7", 220 junior out of Westmont, Illinois. It's a key piece for this Cougars team as they earn a point off the Cardinals' service error. Goes out of play. Pull back within one. Roberto Perez will serve now. 14 serving 15. Perez, not enough on that one. It hits the net, so another service error will go down for the Cougars. Jeremy Cardenas gets set to serve now for the Cardinals. His serve is good. Nice play there by Vales. Vozanelik, he'll send that one over. It's played by Cardenas. And a huge hit. Nice play there by Livesay to keep things alive. He popped it all the way back to the Cardinals side. Cougars, they thwart a nice little attack, but the Cardinals get that one in the end. Number 18, Tyler Donovan.
We see the Cardinals are super hyped on their bench right now. Seems like they have a little bit of momentum.
Something else to note, the Cardinals, they do have a bigger bench than this Cougar squad. See if that comes into play later when players are starting to get tired. And Vozanelik, he's showing why he was first team All-NAC last year. A strong hit into no man's land. No Cardinals in the vicinity who even had a chance at it.
And that's just what you want to see out of your Cougar players. Whenever North Central has a little bit of momentum, you want to see your players respond, and excellent job by Luke Vozanelik right there.
You know, he sends a little floater over, and he gets his second straight kill. I don't think that shot to the head affected him at all. He's playing some pretty good ball right now as the Cougars, they pull within one. Tyler Hollebeck sends it over. And that one, it was blocked by the Cougars. So they get set to serve now. Tyler Hollebeck goes back to serve. They earn the point off that block. Hollebeck serve, it's an error. The Cougars give that point right back to the Cardinals. Cardinals serve, it's good. Livesay plays it. Hollebeck, he's going to set up Vales, and he'll finish the kill. Excuse me, that was actually Colby Campbell. Got the 3 and the 7 mixed up. So Campbell earns the kill. His shot, his attack, I should say, was off the hand of the Cardinal player. And hit the ground, so we're tied back up at 18.
Nice to see Colby Campbell getting involved here.
Jake Miller, a strong hit, curved by Livesay, and it goes out off of him, though. Never went into play. Cardinal point, so 19 will be serving 18, doing the honors, and Jared Moser. You've heard his name a couple times tonight. He has 4 kills. That is leading the game. He's actually tied with his teammate Ben Williams, I should say, in that category. Livesay makes the play. Vozanelik, and a strong hit from Vozanelik. That'll give the Cougars the tie again.
And that one had some heat on it, Peter.
Once again, I've said it before, you see why he was first team All-NAC. When he gets behind one with all of his strength, he really gets behind one. And it just barely touches in before the line. They snuck that one in. The Cardinal players thought it was going out. The ball had other plans, and it results in the Cougars point and the Cougars lead 20-19 as Campbell goes back to serve now. That one is out of play, however. Kobe Campbell, he'll get himself a service error on that one. We're tied back up at 20. So number 10, Ben Ploscota, he'll go back to serve. His serve is over, played by Vales. Hollaback, he's gonna set up Rodriguez. But before Rodriguez could get there, Jeremy Cardenas, he did, and he tipped it over the net. And the Cardinals, they retake the lead 21-20. We're closing in on that magic 25-point mark. See who can get there first while also winning by 2. Hollaback, he's gonna set up Vales. Nice defense there by Ploscota. Cougars playing some good defense of their own though. And it's a 2-touch called on the Cougars, so it results in the Cardinals point, and we're gonna get a timeout from first-year head coach Rob Katarzinski. The Cougars, they find themselves down 22-20 against this North Central squad. And we'll be right back after this timeout. We're back here in Geisman Gymnasium. The Cougars, they find themselves in a 2-point hole right now, 22-20. Parker, what do they got to do to close that gap and come away with this first set?
Well, the Cougars have been playing well. It seems that both teams are just really exchanging blows right here. Cougars looked a little out of sorts towards the end of that first set. Like to see how they respond right here.
The Cougars, they did hold a lead for a little bit. It was only 1-point lead. They got that lead back a couple times here and there. But the Cardinals kept playing catch-up, and now they've taken the 2-point lead. They're 3 points off from taking this first set, continuing their undefeated set streak against this Cougars. That's not going to help, though, as Ben Ploscota, he's going to hit that right in the net. Earn a point for the Cougars. 22-21 Cardinals. We're close as we're getting to the end of set 1 here. Number 10, Virgilio Rodriguez, excuse me. And a strong hit there, Jeremy Cardenas. Cougars blockers, they can't get quite enough on it. It actually bounced under the net after hitting the blocker, so the Cardinals retake that 2-point lead. They're 2 away from winning set 1. Jake Miller, he goes back to serve now. Zamelik fails, and his attack is out of play. So we got set point here for the Cardinals. We're going to take another timeout here. Ron Katarzinski wants to get his team in sorts as they face a set 1 defeat. Once again, Cardinals lead 24-21. We'll be back in just a minute.
Number 32, Kyle Hornsby.
Inside the 30, touchdown. Michaela Burgess. An incredible finish by Holmes.
The NCAA and its member schools offer nearly 500,000 college athletes a path to go pro in something other than sports. Learn more at ncaa.org.
Yeah, here. We're back here in Geisman. Cougars find themselves in a 3-point hole and set point for the Cardinals. Cougars got to go on a little bit of a run here, Parker, if they want to close this gap and come away with set 1. We talked about it out of the last time out, but let's reiterate one more time. What does this Cougar squad got to do to pull back in this set?
They just need to get under control. It was nice seeing them get a point right out of Coach Katarzinski's first time out, but since then it's been all Cardinals, so they need to get under control and finish this set.
Yeah, and you got to give credit to this Cougar squad. They were 3-7 last year. They're going up against a Cardinals team who was second in the CCIW, and they're putting up a good fight so far. You just got to see if they can hang on and come away with this first set. Vuzanelik, he'll play it. Nice play there by the Cougars, and that's going to be all she wrote on set one. Tyler Hollebeck hit that one into the net. So the Cougars, they drop set one against North Central College, 25-21. We're going to take a quick break before we come back with set two action here in Geisman Gymnasium.
The family's visit to the forest inspired a beautiful question. Mother, mother, am I a tree? You tell me to stand tall. The trees stand tall. Mother, mother, you tell me to stay rooted. The tree's roots go deep. You tell me to focus on my breath, and the trees breathe for the earth. I think I am a tree. My child, of course you are. But what kind of tree will you be? Will you be the kind that makes shade, or the kind that shows a new way? Might you be the kind to hug, or the kind to climb? Doesn't matter which you choose, so long as you choose to be a tree that's kind. The child had a few more questions after that, and the forest had plenty of answers.
Make the forest part of your story at a park near you. Find one at discovertheforest.org.
When times get dark, we can't see the help that's all around us. When you don't know where to turn, let 211 be your guiding light.
211, how can I help you?
Our guides are ready to connect you with the help you need. For help with food, healthcare, mental health, and other resources. Call 211 or visit 211.org. 211. Get connected, get help.
We're about ready to get underway with set two action here in Geisman Gymnasium. Just about a minute left before that kicks off, and we're going to take a second to go over what happened in set one. Once again, the Cardinals defeated the Cougars set one, 25-21, and Parker, the name of the game for that set was hitting percentage. The Cardinals had a hitting percentage of .286 over the Cougars' hitting percentage of 172, and you know, I think the Cougars are getting good opportunities. We talked about that in the break, Parker. They just got to start converting. They got to start executing a bit more, getting those kills that they need.
And I know we talked about this earlier, you know, usually on opening day, you have a little bit of first game jitters. The Cougars haven't shown any of that at all. Both teams have really been exchanging blows. Now it's just about finishing the set for the Cougars.
I've said this before. This is a historically really good Cardinals team. They finished second in their conference last year. Cougars have never won a set against them in 7 attempts now. But again, like we said, the Cougars are putting up a really good fight. They are not backing down. They only lost that set by 4. They really only lost it by the end of the set. They were in the set, for most of it, even led at a couple points. So Cougars, like we said, they're very, very close to the finish line right now. They just got to cross it. You see the players start to work their way back to the court. We get a last-minute huddle from the Cougars squad, talking things over, making sure they're ready to go on this opening night. Their first game under head coach Ron Katarzinski. He's assisted by Peter Dabrowski, Kayla Katarzinski, and Carrie McCann. This is a coaching staff that their players clearly are invested in and like and want to perform extremely well for. And it starts here in this second set as they find themselves in a 1-0 set hole. So Cougars will start things off, more specifically Tyler Hollebeck with the serve to open up set 2, and we're away. The Cardinals play it. Nice attack there by Moser, but it goes off the Cougars blocker's hands and out of play, so Cardinals get the opening point of the set. We've seen it all night. Jared Moser, he's got a bit of a rocket for an arm, and he's really putting the Cougars in a tough spot whenever he comes up for an attack.
And it's not just Jared Moser. The whole North Central team has proven to be really hard hitters.
Now they're a little too hard of a hitter on that one. It's going to be a service error on Matt Nilan. Zanellic and his serve. That one barely makes its way to the inside of the line. Results in a Cougars point. One of those oh so beautiful serves that you can't tell if it's going to be out or not, and it just sneaks its way in with little resistance. As Vozinelic goes back for another serve. And he's going to go in the opposite direction. So after the service ace, he gets a service error. We find ourselves tied up at 2 early in set 2. Moser goes back for the serve. Nine service aces last year. Hollabeck. And Vale's attack. It's blocked up front. Look like a combination of Nathan Jones and Jake Miller. Results in a Cardinals point. They take a 3-2 lead. Their first lead. Excuse me. They get their lead back in this second set. Moser goes back for another serve. Rodriguez, he plays that one to Vozinelic. And a good tip of the fingers from the Cardinals sends it back to the Cougars' way. Vozinelic, he'll send it over though. And a little floater there from Miller. Cougars able to play it. Vales, he gets his own rebound off the Cardinal block. Vozinelic, he'll send a little floater over. Same thing done by number 6, Ben Williams of the Cardinals. Rodriguez's attack is no good. Nice play there by Hollabeck. We got a bit of a volley going on here. And it's going to end right as I said that with Luke Vozinelic's out of bounds hit. So Cardinals, they get a 2-point lead now, 4-2.
It was a nice little rally right there.
Both these teams are fighting really hard. Cardinals just have the slight edge right now as Moser goes back to serve. A huge hit from Moser. Livesay couldn't get the angle on it. He sends that one into the far side stands. We're lucky they're empty, because even off of Livesay's forearm, still had a bit of velocity on it.
And so far in this second set, the Cougars are just not able to get under Moser's serves.
Moser now, he's been serving for a while. See if the streak continues here, and it's going to end. It's almost like right as I say it, the opposite happens, but I'm sure the Cougars are okay with that as they get back on the board 5-3 after the Moser service error. Into the game, Matthew Lambs, the junior opposite hitter out of Brookfield, Illinois. His serve is good, and Moser, I don't feel like I need to even continue after saying his name. He gets another kill. Cougars find themselves in a 3-point hole now, 6-3.
And Moser is really starting to heat up. You can tell he's walking around with a little bit of confidence. The Cougars need a good response right here.
He's got 6 kills in the match. Feels like he's controlled this second set so far. Livesay sets up Hollabeck. Vozinelic, he'll send a little trick floater over. Looks like he's going to go for the hard hit. Great play there by Hollabeck, but the Cougars can't capitalize. It'll be another Cardinals point. They've got some momentum going now. They're up by 4. Cougars need to get a stop here, and they need to start putting their own points on the board. Now that definitely helps as Ben Skota hits it into the net.
Just what the Cougars needed. Now let's see if it'll spark the Cougars to score some more points.
Skota, that's his second service error on the night. As a team, the Cardinals have 7. The Cougars have 7 service errors of their own, in fact. And a nice little touch there by number 15, Jeremy Cardenas. Haven't heard his name much in the second set. He gets up on the board, though. builds the Cardinals lead back up to 4. Jake Miller gets set to serve. It's a good serve. Played by Voznellik. Tyler Hollebeck. And he's going to finish off the kill. Jake Miller got some hands on it, but not enough as it goes out of bounds off of him. Cougars pull within 3.
Really nice play by Hollebeck.
8-3 in favor of the North Central Cardinals. David Vales, his serve is over. Great block there by Voznellik. It's out of bounds, so it's going to be a Cardinals point. Their lead back up to 4, 9-5.
It was a great job by Voznellik being in position right there. Just couldn't get that one to fall in balance.
Ben Williams, he's got 5 kills on the day. That's tied for second right now on the Cardinals team. And Hollebeck, he gets back up on the board. His kill will pull the Cougars back within 3. They're playing a little bit of a game right now. Cardinals, they'll score, pull away to 4. Cougars will pull right back up at 3. They need some momentum now as Ericberto Perez goes back to serve. It's played by the libero Parker Nelson. And a huge hit off the hands of Jake Miller. It went off his hands, it went off of Cougars' hands, and it went out of play. Lead back up at the 4. Cardinals 10, serving Cougars 6. Cardenas. His serve, not enough on it. It hits the top of the net. Cougars, they pull back within 3 now. 10-7. Hollebeck, he'll go back to serve now. He's got a service error. He avoids it on this one. Great play there by Hollebeck, but no Cougar could respond. As the Cardinals once again pull away to 4.
Great play by Hollebeck, just a little miscommunication. Didn't know who was quite going to hit the ball, but it was a great play by Hollebeck.
Hollebeck popped it back up, but no Cougar was able to respond, and a great play there by Livesay to keep things alive for the Cougars. And Rodriguez's attack just sneaks in the line, so the Cougars, they're back within 3. We are trading blows here in Geisman. Voznellik. And his serve, it's going to go into the arrows. We show him show a little frustration in himself. That'll be his 3rd service error of the night. That leads all players. Last year, the junior, he had 24 errors, service errors on the season. Moser, good hit, good play by Livesay. Campbell, he'll send that over. Nelson plays it though. Cougars have control of it. Vales, and it's going to be a Cougars point. Miller and Jones went up for the block, but it went right off their hands and to the ground. 12-9, Cardinals lead.
And it's like we mentioned already, Peter, the Cougars are not shying away from adversity. They are fighting in this set.
Lambs is hit. Nice play there by Voznellik. Ooh, and a good little hit there from Jones. Cougars smart to keep it alive, though. Good play there by the Cougars defense. And a good play there by Lambs. It's still alive. Vales, he's just going to send that one over. And the Cardinals finally finish off the play. Strong hit up front. That kill's going to go to Ben Williams. That's number 6 for him. He's tied with his teammate Moser for the lead. Ben Pascota is going to go back. He's got 2 service errors on the day. That's tied for the team lead. And a little miscommunication there between Hollebeck. He was setting up Perez. Perez didn't even attempt that one, just pulled back, let the ball hit the ground. Pascota. And a huge hit there by Rodriguez. It sneaks within the line. Cougars point. They're down by 5 now. Excuse me, they're down by 4. The scoreboard just changed.
And Peter, we've seen a couple of those tonight, just a couple hits that have just barely snuck in, but it's good for the Cougars.
Cougars are playing some accurate ball. Rodriguez, he sends that over. And Cardenas, he's 6'9", 210 pounds. Junior, I think he got all 210 of those pounds behind that hit. A big presence up front for the Cardinals. That's not going to help, though. Jake Miller, he earns himself a service error. Cougars pull back within 4, 11 serving 15. David Vales. Nelson looked like an awkward hit. Didn't look too comfortable for him, but he keeps it alive. He keeps that one alive as well. Free ball sent over by the Cardinals. And Vozinelik off the top of the Cardinals' hands. You could hear that ball hit from outside Geisman, I believe.
And we talked about the Cardinals and how they're such powerful hitters. Vozinelik is showing that he's pretty powerful as well.
The Cougars might not have the size as Nelson misplays that one. A little bit of goof on his part, so the Cougars pull within 2 now. I was going to mention the Cougars might not have the size of this Cardinals team, but they're playing some really smart volleyball right now. Keeping things close, staying within striking distance. Jeremy Cardenas. He's trying to widen that striking distance, though, a little. Cougars had pulled within 2. Now they're down by 3 again. Ben Williams goes back to serve. His serve hits the top of the net. So far, we've seen a combined 17 service errors tonight. And Parker, we talked about some of those first game jitters, and I think we're starting to see that in the service error department.
That's right, and they didn't look as nervous in the first set. They're starting to show a little bit of nerves here in the second.
And Jared Moser, he almost took out a couple Cougars on the bench. That hit went way out of bounds. Good reaction time by the Cougars bench, though, staying game ready. Roberto Perez, and it just sneaks in. Cardinals, they've had a little difficulty determining what was in and what's been out all game. This one comes back to bite them as they're tied at 16 with this Cougar squad. They were leading by about 5 earlier, if I'm not mistaken. As Perez gets set to serve now.
And like I've said before, sometimes it's good to be lucky.
Cardenas, his hit is in for the kill. So Cardinals retake the lead, 17-16. Cougars had a little momentum going their way after some miscues from the Cardinals team. Cardinals trying to right this ship. Cougars trying to stay within them, stay within striking distance. Now like he slides down to the ground. Colby Campbell put a little too much sauce on that hit. 18-16 in favor of the Cardinals. Cardenas will go back to serve again. Bouncing the ball a couple times, getting a feel for it. Wants to avoid another service error. Rodriguez, he sets up Vozinelik, and Vozinelik, oh! Nice play there by number 14, Jake Miller. Another good play there by Jared Moser. That ball was just a couple inches away from the floor. And
we can just see that Jared Moser is feeling it right now.
Fair fingertips prevented that from being a Cougars kill. Vozinelik, he sets up Rodriguez. He sends it back to Vozinelik, and that's a big block up front, number 5, Nathan Jones. Some help from number 18, Tyler Donovan, as we're going to get another Cougars timeout. This will be the 3rd one used by head coach Ron Katarzinski in the game. So the Cougars, they trail Cardinals 20-16 as we close in a finish on set 2.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all, if I could go back, I would. But I can't.
back here in River Forest. And Parker, something I noticed looking at the stats in the break, we got about 23 seconds left on the timeout. The hitting percentages, they've continued to go in opposite directions. The Cougars right now, they're hitting .043 in this second set. The Cardinals, they're almost hitting 500. 455 is their mark. But despite that, the Cougars only trail by 4.
You know, we did talk about the hitting percentage, and yes, that's played a factor in this, but it's also looking like there have been a couple miscommunications with the Cougars, but they've rallied and they've not given up. We talked about that earlier. They have not given up in the face of adversity.
Feels like all game the Cougars have been in striking distance. They've just never closed that gap, though. As a serve from the Cardinals and a good play up front, Jared Moser, he's been all over the court today. I don't know how many times we can say his name in one game. We're going to credit that as an attack error to Tyler Hollaback with the block coming from Moser. Cardenas, his serve is over. Hollaback, he's going to set up Vozinelek, and that just hits on the line. It counts, though. Cougars find themselves back in a 4-point hole, 21-17. See head coach Katarzinski coming onto the floor essentially to give some notes to his squad. They got to play near perfect ball now as we close in at the end of set 2. Cardinals, great play there as it ended with Matt Nalon setting a free ball over. And a Cougars point as Vozinelek sent that one right into the face of 2 blockers. It dies down. Cougars point, 21-18, Cardinals. Hollaback, serve is over. Moser, excuse me, that was not Moser, that was number 5, Nathan Jones. His attack cannot be stopped by Chris Livesay.
Just not quite able to get under that hit.
Livesay, he makes up for it with a sliding play there. Vozinelek, oh! And the Cougars are going to be given that point, but I think what the thing everyone else is thinking of, Ben Williams got absolutely rocked by that hit. Excuse me, that was actually number 9, Matt Nalon. Vozinelek, it's one of those classic rockets from him and got all of him right in the chest. Every player stays on the floor, though. And Moser, he gets the point right back for the Cardinals. Cardinals 2 away from claiming set 2. As Moser goes back to serve. Moser, a little too much mustard on that hit. It goes out of bounds. 23-20, Cardinals. Cougars got to play near perfect ball now. They need 5 points to claim the set. Cardinals only need 2. Lambs' serve, and it's a little too strong. That one goes out of bounds. There'll be a service error on the junior, Matthew Lambs. A little confusion on the Cardinals substitutions. Nelson and Jones are out. And so we are going to get a timeout here. The Cardinals, they lead your CUC Cougars 24-20. They're 1 away from winning set 2.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made her college years happen. Opening that education savings account when she was little. Spearheading a campus tour. And another, and another, and another, and another. Bam! Deciphering financial aid. She was like, what? And now she's like, you aced planning for college. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
It's set point here in Geisman. Got about another 25 seconds left on the timeout. And the Cougars, Parker, they find themselves in a desperate situation. They pretty much have to play perfect volleyball from here on out if they want to take this set away.
That's right, but they've been in desperate situations before, and they've not backed down. Like to see how they respond coming out of this timeout.
After their last timeout, we talked about their hitting percentage. It has gone up. It's at .111 now. But while the Cougars' hitting percentage has gone up in that time, so has North Central's. They're at .480 right now. They're playing some really flawless offense. The Cougars' defense has little response to it. Players retake the floor. Ben Plaskota, he goes for the serve. This could be the set. Rosanellic, he'll play it. Perez, a good block up front by the Cardinals. Cougars able to play it though. Vales, and he earns the Cougar point, so Cougars aren't done just yet. Good hit there by David Vales, went off some Cardinal fingertips and out. They trail 24-21 now. Virgilio Rodriguez goes back to serve. It is sent over. Nelson plays it. And a good block up front by the Cougars sends it right back to the Cardinals, but they own a great play by Christopher Livesay. It's not enough, though, as the Cardinals come away with set two thanks to some nice blocking up front. We get a little bit of a discussion here, though. It should be the end of the set. And we're going to get a yellow flag. That goes going to number 9, Matt Nalon. Looks like he said some things to the Cougars players afterwards. So the Cougars, they get another chance at this.
We just see Matt Nalon got a little too excited on that last play, started chirping a little bit, and then to end up costing the Cardinals.
In fact, I'm been mistaken. They are awarding the point to the Cardinals. There was a little confusion. The Cougars looked like they were ready to stay on the court. Instead, the 25th point of the set is given North Central. They pull away from set two, 25-22. They take a commanding 2-0 set lead. We'll be back in a bit for set three. It's do or die for the Cougars. See if they can pull this one off back here on the Cougar Sports Net. Set three about to commence. We're under a minute out. The Cardinals have a commanding 2-0 set lead over your CUC Cougars. They won that second set 25-22. And Parker, we've talked all day. The Cougars are putting up a really good fight, but the Cardinals are playing nearly flawless volleyball right now. Their hitting percentage was .444 in that second set, and the Cougars made a little too many mistakes, 7 errors to the Cardinals 1.
Right, and we've talked about it. It's just been a almost a .300 difference in hitting percentages, And the Cougars have just looked a little out of sorts in that second set, a couple miscommunications. But Coach Katazinski is going to get his Cougars right, and they're going to respond well in this set.
That's definitely what you hope to see. We've mentioned it a couple times before on the broadcast. Cougars now 0 for 8 in sets against this Cardinals squad. They're 0-2 in matches. They got some work to do if they want to change that winless streak, though. They got to pull off three straight set victories in a row. Excuse me there. We're about to get underway with set 3 here. You see the opponents lining up against each other. It's been largely the same crew for both teams, not a ton of new faces. Cougars do have a little bit of a shortened bench just due to the nature of the roster this year. It is a smaller team, but these are some very hard-working athletes, and they're keeping up with a much bigger Cardinals squad, and they're definitely giving them a run for their money. They just got to find ways to finish now. Matt Nalen, he'll go back to serve. 2 service errors on the night. Make that 3 service errors on the night. Cougars get started off on the right foot. 1-0 Cougar lead on the first serve of set 3. Luke Vosanellik, he'll send that one over. Nelson plays it. Nice play there by Chris Livesay on the Cougar side. The acting libero keeps things alive, and that one sent a little too far by number 1, Austin Scott. First time we've seen him tonight. Doesn't get the best start of the night as that ball went out of bounds off of his diving attempt to save it. Vosanellik goes back to serve. Strong serve, curbed by Moser. And Moser, he just got all of that one. Chris Livesay libero for the Cougars. He got some hands on it, not enough though. He's taking a little bit of a beating from all those Moser attacks, but he's doing a good job fending them off for the most part.
And we've just seen time after time Moser in the powerful hits. He's been a big factor tonight for the Cardinals.
That one's off the top of the net for the Cougars and out, so Cardinals point. Moser, he was 3rd in the CCIW last year in points per set, 4th in kills per set, 10th in hitting percentage at .255. Cardinals are definitely happy to have him back on the roster this year as they now take, they do take a 3-2 lead now over this Cougar squad early in set 3. Cougars had an early lead and now find themselves trailing by 1 as Moser goes back to serve. A strong hit, Chris Livesay. He's been doing what he's doing all night, digs that one up. Vosanellik sends a free ball over. Moser sends it right back to Livesay. They're just playing a game of catch at this point. Hollabeck sets up Vosanellik, and he finishes off the play with the kill.
What an excellent job by Christopher Livesay, able to dig all those attacks by Moser. He's been an excellent player for the Cougars tonight.
Cougars tie things up at 3. Matthew Lambs goes back to serve. Not enough on it. It hits the middle of the net. Service error on Matthew Lambs. He checks out of the game for Colby Campbell. Campbell checks out as well. Chris Livesay comes back in. Hollabeck, Perez, Rodriguez, Vosanellik, Vales, and Livesay. Speaking of Livesay, makes a good play again. But the blockers up front, and Cardenas, Austin Scott put that one back over for the Cardinals. They take a 2-point lead, 5-3 here in set 3. So this would be the game-clinching set if the Cardinals come away with the win. Perez, good defense there by Matt Nalon. And that one is finished off for the kill by 6, Ben Williams. Kill number 7 for Williams. Last season, Williams had 101 kills for this Cardinals squad. That was 3rd on the roster. And he's back and doing it again. And a soft-handed serve from number 11, Gabriel Aguado. He can't get enough on it. That hits the net. That'll be another Cardinal service error on the game. They have 6 on the game. Cardenas, great play there by Vozinelek. One-handed dive. Another one-handed dive. Given Defensive Player of the Year, ladies and gentlemen, as he keeps things alive for the Cougars. But it's quickly shut down by Ben Williams. Great effort there by Luke Vozinelek. Cardinals just have the upper hand once again, though.
And Vozinelek has shown time after time why he was first team All-NAC last year.
Those one-handed diving stops, I mean, they don't look easy, and they definitely aren't. Williams. Hauled back. He'll send a little floater over. Good play there by Nelson. Williams. His attack is played off by Vozinelek. Moser. Scott. That one wound up in the chest of number 10 for the Cougars, Virgilio Rodriguez. He couldn't handle it. That's going to force Ron Katarzinski to call the timeout. Get his Cougars team back in working order. We're going to take a short little break here, and we'll be back in just a bit to resume set 3. Cardinals lead 8-4. Yeah, Cougars are doing better, but Cardinals are doing what they've been doing, so
all games
doesn't really matter. All right, let's go. Less than half a minute left on the timeout from Ron Katarzinski. And Parker, we've been looking at the stats and the hitting percentages. They've been pretty much where they've been all night so far. Cougars, they're hitting a $125 in this 3rd set. Meanwhile, the Cardinals, .455. That's their greatest hitting percentage per set of the night. If things keep up this way, it's not going to go well for the Cougars in the rest of the set. Time up is out. Time out is up, I should say. A little wordplay on that one, unintentional. So the Cardinals get set to serve now. Ben Williams. 2 service errors on the night. No service aces. Both of the Cardinals' service aces have come from, you guessed it, Jared Moser. Chris Livesay, good play there. Vales, he pings that corner of the court. Gives the Cougars the point. They're now down 8-5. See if they can get a little rally going here.
And if you're Coach Katarzinski, that is exactly what you want to see coming out of the timeout.
Coming out of the timeout, get some momentum going, hopefully. David Vales goes back to serve. Parker Nelson, the libero for North Central. He's talking with their head coach, Kyle Exline. We're still talking things over, a little bit of a break here. Katarzinski's also on the court. He says something to number 10, Virgilio Rodriguez, gets his team in working order. Kyle Exline, head coach of the Cardinals. He's assisted by Sidney Cheatham and Anson Lindsay. Oh, and Austin Scott right off the foot of Virgilio Rodriguez. Any momentum the Cougars hope to have coming out of that timeout. Swiftly killed off by the kill from Austin Scott, the freshman out of Waldorf, Maryland. Livesay had to go down for that one. Hollabeck sends it over the Cardinals. Moser off the Cougars blockers, hands and out. So the Cardinals earn another point, 10-5. They're pulling away here in set 3. It's not as close as the other sets have been. Cardinal hitting percentage all the way up past 500. It's at 538 now. Austin Scott sends that one over. Voznelek, and he gets the Cougars back on track. That kill will be point number 6 of the night for the Cougars. They now trail 10-6 in the set.
And once again, we just see the power of Luke Voznelek.
Voznelek, that's his game-tying lead kill. Oh, and Cardenas, he thought he had a kill there. Cougars keep it up, though. And it is awarded to the Cardinals. A little confusion on if play should have continued there. As I was saying, Voznelek, he's tied for the game lead in kills at 9. Tied with Jared Moser and Jeremy Cardenas. Cardenas actually just takes the lead. He's got 10 now on the night, which means Voznelek and Moser are sitting at second in the game at 9. Voznelek not set like he wanted it. He's still able to keep the play going. Cougars able to get it back over. That one's going into the Cardinals bench and out of play. He's got a little claustrophobic there for the Cardinals players. Tyler Hollebeck goes back to serve. 7 serving 11. Austin Scott. Moser. I don't think anything needs to be said after saying his name. That's kill number 10 on the night for Jared Moser. Picking up right where he left off last season when he led this Cardinals team in points scored at 141. Hallbeck will set up Rodriguez. Williams, he'll get a kill. That's number 9 on the night, and we're seeing the Cardinals start to pull away in this third set and what could be the game clincher.
And Livesay just not quite able to dig that one.
Livesay's getting a lot of things hit his way. You got to think he's a little tired. That one is out. So Cougars earn a point that way. They'll take it though. They trail by 5, 13-8. There's an Ellick now. And that one's into the net. He struggled serving all night. That'll be service error number 4 for Voznelek. Moser gets set to serve. Nice diving play by Livesay. Voznelek goes over Livesay to keep the play alive. Strong hit there from the Cardinals. Livesay sets up Rodriguez, and he pings the corner. An accurate hit from Rodriguez. That attack results in a kill.
That one barely just snuck in.
Cougars have been sneaky with that all night. And into the game, his college debut, the freshman, number 6, Josh Rapley. And is a good serve. Well, Austin Scott, the Cardinals freshman, he responds with a kill. Rapley, he's going to come out of the game. Colby Campbell coming in. Going back to serve. It's number 11, Gabriel Aguado, I should say. Good stick there by Livesay. And Rodriguez, he keeps the Cougars alive. Good hit off the Cardinals blocker. The Cougars still trail by 5 though, 15-10. The Cardinals are closing in on tonight's matchup. Rodriguez, good play there by Moser. Scott's attack, it is off the fingertips of a Cougar and out of bounds, so results in the Cardinals' point. They're up 16-10 now. Going back to serve, Williams. 9 kills on the night. And a rocket from Williams. Good play by Livesay. Oh, a little up and down from Rodriguez and Perez. Results in the Cougars' point. They're back within 5 now. David Vales goes back to serve. 4 service aces last year, 10 service errors. He has one and a good hit there. Jeremy Cardenas.
And we see the Cardinals are starting to pick up a little bit momentum in this third set.
I mentioned it earlier in the broadcast. The Cougars, they are a smaller team this year, and you got to think that's starting to come into play now. They look just a little tired against this relentless and hard-hitting Cardinals squad. But again, credit to them. They've been pulling up a good fight all night as they pull back within 5 off the service error coming from Austin Scott.
And no matter how much they've been down, they've showed no signs of quitting. That's what you like to see out of this Cougar team.
That's all Ron Katarzinski can ask for from this squad in his first season as head coach. And a big hit there from who else? Jared Moser grows this lead back to 6. Jeremy Cardenas goes back to serve now, bouncing the ball a couple times, getting a feel for it. He sends a little floater over. Livesay makes the play. Hollaback, and a great kill there by Tyler Hollaback. Went off the fingertips of number 6, Ben Williams. Results in the Cougars point.
And that's now 5 kills for Hollaback. He's been big all night for the Cougars.
They pull back within 5. Hollaback, his serve is over. Moser. Jared Moser and kills. They go together really well tonight. He's got 12 on the night. That's the game leading. A strong hit there. Cougars keep it alive. That serve was from Matt Nalon. Nalon, good block by Ricky Ruiz. He's entering the game for the first time tonight. The senior, out of Linwood, Illinois. And we're going to get a timeout from Ron Katarzinski. His team, they're facing elimination in tonight's matchup. They're down 20-13 late in set 3. We'll have the finish for you in just a minute.
Number 32, Kyle Hornsby.
Inside the 30. Touchdown. Michaela Burgess. Incredible finish by Home.
The NCAA and its member schools offer nearly 500,000 college athletes a path to go pro in something other than sports. Learn more at ncaa.org.
Well, if you want your stat for the night, it's got to be North Central's hitting percentage. In this third set, it's at 600 on the match. It's at 438. Last year, their attack percentage sat only at 258, so punching well above where they usually do in that category. And we're really seeing it come to fruition, I should say. In this third set, the Cougars find themselves 7-point hole. Cardinals only 5 away from coming away with the match. Parker, this Cougars team is desperate for this win. They got to play some near perfect volleyball. What do they got to do to come back in dramatic fashion?
Well, they've seemed to fix any communication problems that they had in the second set. They're hitting the ball a lot better. Their hitting percentage is up to .412. So I just say stay under control and show that resiliency that they've showed all night.
412 is a great hitting percentage for the Cougars, but when your opposition's hitting 600, it's hard to do much against that. Let's say that one almost hits the ceiling off his dig. Moser, a block, and it's going to hit the side pin, so the Cougars pick up the point. They pull within 6. Luke Vozelic goes back to serve now. Vozelic, his serve, it's over. Good play there by Nelson to keep it alive, but no one else decides to help him out, so Cougar point there. They now trail by 5, 20-15. They're 2-0 in points after coming out of that timeout. Vozelic, good play there by Moser. Strong hit from the Cardinals. Livesay pops it up. Vozelic, and it hits the top of the net. So the Cougars find themselves back in a 6-point hole. They got some work to do. They need 10 points to come away with the set. Cardinals need 4. Jared Moser gets set to serve. His serve is up. Good play there by Chris Livesay. He's really starting to find his groove in this third set, and he finds it again, but that's a little too hard off his hands. It goes out of play. 22-15 Cardinals.
Livesay just got a little bit too much on that dig.
It didn't even look like Livesay put any motion into it. It was just such a hard hit. It just bounced off his hands and out of play. And Moser, speaking of hard hitting, that one's out of bounds. So Cougars earn a point. They pull back within 6 now, 22-16. Egberto Perez checks in, as does the freshman Josh Rapley, Ricardo Ruiz, and Chris Livesay. You can see Livesay checking out his hands on the bench. He's taking a couple hard shots to him tonight. Rapley, he sends the serve over. Oh, and a good play by the Cougars. They keep it alive. But a little miscommunication there. It drops down to the ground, results in the point for the Cardinals. They're now 2 away from claiming tonight's matchup, 23-16. Gabriel Aguado sends a serve over. Livesay, he's back in the game. He plays it. Ruiz, good block up front from Cardenas. And off the blocker's hands from the Cardinals and out of bounds, so that'll be a Cougars point. They're back within 6. Now we see this very evened up matchup we've seen all game, Parker. But you got to think it might be a little too late for this Cougar squad. Rodriguez's serve. Austin Scott, a huge hit. Good block up front by the Cougars. Scott, he gets the redemption though, as his kill creates set and match point for the Cardinals, 24-17. Ben Williams goes back for the serve. He doesn't have a service error ace on the game. He has 2 service errors, but Cougars are 1 point away from losing their opening matchup. Nice play by Verzelic. Hollaback, and great play by Jared Moser to keep things alive. And that's the game, folks, as Austin Scott finished things off for the Cardinals. So the Cougars, they're going to lose set 3, 25-17, and they're going to lose their opening night matchup against the North Central College Cardinals, 3-0. It's a hard-fought game from this Cougar squad in their opening night, but come up a little short against a very good North Central squad. So Cougars, they're going to fall to 0-1 on the year. Meanwhile, the Cardinals, they're going to go up. They're going to rise up to 2-0. They previously beat the Cougars' Knack brother, Illinois Institute of Technology, on this previous Saturday. So good fought match from both squads, but North Central comes away with it in the end, Carter. And if there was one thing you had to think about tonight's game that was really the deciding factor, Parker, what would that one be?
It would be the hitting percentage. For total, North Central hit the ball .437 to the Cougars .183. And we also saw a couple miscommunications by the Cougars. It really came back to bite them in the butt.
The Cougars had a really good, hard-fought game, but Cardinals, they had the same and played nearly flawless volleyball. 8 errors on their part to the Cougars 15. 5 of the Cardinals' 8 errors came in that first set. They really cleaned things up in the second and third, helped them come away with the win. So for this North Central team, they're now 2-0. As I mentioned, they'll be back into action against another NAC team this Friday as they face Benedictine at home. Benedictine, they're the number 4 ranked team in the country, so that'll be a good one to watch. For your Concordia University Chicago Cougars, on the other hand, their next matchup will be on the 28th of this month. They'll go to the Illinois Wesleyan Invitational. They'll play Adrian College on the 28th at 7 p.m. before taking on Lakeland University and Illinois Wesleyan that next day to finish up that invitational. So once again, Cardinals come into River Forest, take the first match of the year for the Cougars out of their hands, win the game 3-0. Cougars fall to 0-1. My name has been Peter Borkowski. I was joined by Parker Kelly. Thanks to our whole staff behind the camera, Ryan McGee, Emily Balaban, Julia Beers, Wyatt McLaughlin. We're under the direction of Justin Bajorsteth, Kayla McLeod, and CJ Selner. One more time, Cougars lose to the Cardinals 3-0. Until next time, folks, have a good night, and as always, go Cougars.